MP biara o fie ho biara no sabi ofri constituency edom dudu bi no wato aba man no wabodru ho wo hwe no man hu de na adwene ye fine na adwene da ho na owonyimdi nso a obegina ho na na obotum wo abo ho na ye test no dudu nara wo ye no no wo negative na ne mu 15 wo ye duenum na wo ye positive na mobile de wo pefro phone do na ne da na me wo mrahye bogom na asama ye ka ho asem bi sam CCA when see ne da mpo o see last week wo ye test ni wie no nipa kra me engage no ye dizi nkomo o telephone do because na mate nti me friend no bisande na the massime na mate na obane den o say honorable minyim hazi yarbe so unfortunately I when ye mpo okay bia ehu mpo no WhatsApp sometimes ye ni na e bia nipa ko no ka no to onyim nkofo no so wo friend na won sanka no nti obodru parliament no ana waka do honorable ya fra wa ye sanka na wo ye be ye no result no ye positive was in really na mpo no wo so I mean he was shocked immediately one man driver no pan driver no he drove himself because no mpede onye driver no betina car no mu na ebi mpo but all ban so onye driver bay but all kono na no drive no catch driver no mfa car fambra just to even prevent further enti onye intentional there no reba but he didn't know
but e kan nya ba kwa asem
ekunu meba oye about 2
was it 15
15 is the current one catch one on one second one is the catch on one well isolate one that
time man on isolate here
immediately because there one of the challenges in there usanka result immediately or there was a call because the parliament whatever or you there the next day nti enye immediately ekaye na no be catch up woni dam access no ho nti ebeye na was a call if it was a report in Zaba later. Inti the other one also no why the private or privately no why can you test in be or you negative. And oba so submit no to parliament so test. And so now dream far on so and because then why can you be no inti confidently on so now because or a negative okay 3 days ago no ye be. And now 3 days earlier, no why, no was another submit no to parliament. Inti on so bear no, nature there, or no him there, obviously a negative. Now the mazi na me pede mi gina do na yedi suazi pa wom. There, say if you put testing even negative today, it doesn't mean you cannot even test positive the next day.
No, the next day crowd by the close of the day.
But you when I am positive. Inti in fact, no, I could test negative. I mean, he was also around and thought there is still negative. Until there, he was also confronted. Result, a positive. So really, and they all rushed. Yeah, I don't know. There's no way or catch you there. You're positive. I mean, even that confidence.
I could call registration center.
Oh no. I would nah. So I mean the way I report I have a challenge with leadership, the way they are reporting the matter. I have a challenge. As if there we have any responsible men in parliament to be waka John there, yes, you are positive and or struggle there, yeah, maba. Be a positive maba. I mean, for fact no go there. Yes, they didn't know. And after waka John, they left parliament. Well, the mazi na MP wo yiri wo ma ana okunu wo ma na se waka John a positive. Do you think such a person there obeka them force am rubber parliament? Eba parliament the bed. Na rampo no wonka there or ye positive na rampo ni manka or no ho ni fie. Because you come and work. And yada eba parliament na bet no kwa. You need to come and work. Inti Oh, yeah, kakra, and I don't
But
know
in this
and
case,
understand the motive behind this reportage.
it is not about the reportage. In this case, reporters na so mo kan nyina the Speaker of Parliament Ankasaka, so they haven't reported anything contrary.
You see, Auntie, that on the market today, I have a challenge about the way.
So they na who ni mo speaker ni.
What I know, need to say. Nipa na work na asam no, and for me, my kind one person, because nipa no unkofo no, and you can find out, you can verify, you can do your checks. Nipa krono, they did not reach him. Onyada oyede wa catch and cratch enya a positive, and I still as a chen waba. No, there hasn't been any instance like that. Bibia and see them do wa catch be there. I will positive. Now as a chen wa shen ata waba parliament. No, nipa ni he didn't know.
No, Mamen kind baby war Ghanaian publisher page 2 or say this follows threats by the speaker in a statement read on his behalf by the first deputy speaker Joseph Osei-Yusu that he will be compelled to take action against people who tested positive but still come into the chamber. Mr. Bagbin had indicated that should the MPs fail to withdraw, in fact, withdraw is in quotation. So here is quotation. Withdraw from the President of Parliament. By next week, he will be forced to name them for everyone to know their COVID-19 status. Okay. Then he continues to say that 15 members of Parliament have tested positive for COVID-19 after a recent round of testing. 56 staff of the parliamentary service have also tested positive for the virus. This one is in quotation. Some members of parliament who have in fact tested positive to the COVID are still coming to the chamber. Mr. Speaker wishes to inform you that if those members do not withdraw and isolate, end of quote, he will force them, or he will be forced to publish their names so everybody will know.
Nana, a canny. Last week, Neo Koforia for a retreat. 15 or both sides, a minority and majority. Or majority. They requested for a Zoom section of the retreat, the ones who bring access to the retreat. Mamma Pachan, no, why isolate one that what baby that 15, just 15 out of 275. Granted, about 16 as at that time. No, now once one quiet one test. I want to only access one test. But the way I have a problem with the way the matter was reported, and some raised it at the plenary yesterday. More parliament. We raised the issue there. Why are we reporting it as if the wakachi ibia? There are we a positive name, insist there he will come to parliament. Missy, there hasn't been any situation like that.
Well, unfortunately, your leadership says the contrary.
That is why I have a problem
with your leadership.
Yes, I have a problem because the way they reported it, I have a problem. One catch one day, Mama Parliament, Waba Parliament. The people didn't know at the time. You know, na COVID na nkasa onye yarba sabi, onye imguasi yarba. Anya yarba ebi no force man ho. Enti why even me feel there why we free do here we have prominent people our bet na ha our catch there why positive da ane why there you myth around it today jama oye yarba bi a onumpo won ka ana otumtu bia everybody obia obotumato no. It's a matter of just protecting others, and I agree there. Yes, say enye bia, you isolate yourself. Enye bia or enye bimpa or ide because anytime them Americano about to me enye bi. But the way we are reporting it as if the MPCB enye bi na why should that on us there yes, me baba parliament with the best sign crofo. Those one and you can investigate this matter. Me say nipa na obeno. One oba be test no. What tried the one Sarikano, they didn't get through. And until the about parliament work catch and he even ran.
15
no the coffee because now he was shocked. Hey, what's the BIMO? I mean, and on feel shy. Even say yeah, and come to my request, you put him on air because on Pharaoh, one way you been on fair on our platform. They say, Charlie, Miss you see me isolate me who na Miss I didn't be actually me. Here I called someone, and if me to me the yache message.
So far, MP saying any COVID nibi
15.
And I'm my phone is saying
56. 56. My phone would have doors for papa about parliament, secretaries in clerks and other departmental heads. Or doors into 56 into under form. Now, Nana, and that na many journalists breathing common also the honorable. And then answer in Ufa. Your one or friend or yen station there, yanko. Now, why test. Also, out of they were about 37. You know, 17 now were tested positive. When you ask one, I'm more healthy. When I'm more healthy. Inti, as in is it, since Yerika say, what to offer institution Hana Wabay Bia. But when if you want to on your other day, yes, sister, and I can be a bit.
And then one was say, those who are supposed to know better. Yes,
honestly, you can say it as you want, but I mean, I cannot quite not sure. The rest, I will leave it to your listeners because I mean, that is what I know. If you have a year in a commercial, we go more. You need that more, let's say, plenary, let's say, chamber, and I think, I mean, personally, I have a problem with the way we reported it. And me who MPB waka chen day for now. And all the whole week, Marco, me who MPB waka chen day, Krachi Enyebi, not still all. I think even the issue we raised, any arrangement of our chairs, obviously about Wednesday, you're no separating. And they've also told us that Nyebiarana or the Otumoba at the all the time. Yeah, Oma over free. You'll be in batches, and we'll, as from next week, twice a week. I mean, these are measures I will put in place. And me will be a okay. Was it easy nature? There will any be mamba not the chinny pakunoaba. But there hasn't been any situation like that, and I disagree with the way it was reported.
I see. Charles,
Mama,
Nina,
my chair, I have phone it. You know, my son, my jembre. I'm going to share a jump for. I was a million duca, and yes, your brain on the end. The never break because Penny say you, not you were born in, that's one can tell you. You because where you born in. If I never need in corner catch and peace. My name Marana, yes, 18 to me and a yard drain, sir. Your power ministers to do not free, my shepherd jump physically say, or my human idea, no more possible. Now, what you tell me, far baby, any amiaso, the quiet, because he's a yours. Now, approaches my friends say, hey, Minia, or consequences, dear, and ask them get well. We have between baby any crackus amiaso. Now, could do the quiet, and yes, some ketwa. And the MPs, you know, any more ya dreams, the Amrano can a safata. Sir, your mom would be a say, almost some of mine or can be swap. Na yen enchanton and as the enchian. The Edmana so papa. Now, many didn't come now here a year who do now already come to say overcop. At that time, I was a year or so. Now, the only other consequences. We a year some so strong China. Juma who do we be? Yari abesway, and I say abesway, ye need baby with fever. No, there's no indication be able to who says, may see our bay. Yari will crabina or deba. Sometimes class or kind of been crown more than crown and I are or modinum. Because will be honest and a more than a tear. Now, Mon Kita Mudia won any pedino and our sopa. MPs in Kita Mudia in your parliament and Quan. So I make come constituency, near Duca. I mean, in the constituency pa. The Kakra Castle City. Now, every weekend be a majority on the constituency. Not even a weekend crowd, at least by 2 to 3 weeks there. Edenya, one name confirm Kita Mudia. Penny near a yao. MP, Yariaba. Any pan about one chain, or no Baba Casa, or Casa in a Chiliquanum Casaswa. I bought Chibidin. one share max on our fee call na ko share max bra e beto ba etiawo because en dey say be obi ko ware kra na say 1 month come na nkwa gya ware a yetimi to ba etiawo ma na yeyi enti omo de say ye ka say nkofo a say be betimi anya yare ni bi yeyi omo si nchen a enye yi enti ebi akwan aka say bi speaker dey to so no but abaso ba na ma ejapai ebi nso ho ma so den pa sabi onya yare ne kwa bi ombese ni ba bi hu so onya yare ni bi ba wo so kan enya fede o nana yare we enya fede upa hyedem ko bi kwa hyedem kwankwa bonten nso ye kwotese no o positive o hyedem nipa nim ba bia yare no ofa ba ene ba bia o fa akọ ene ho nsensem nti me de mi fi se the speaker aka no so no yenyi na so pamu na yen so aye adwen se sabio asobra chefo no yen de yen tv de dogo bi eka onya bi kura na o de ahye ne ho boko ompese nkofo be hu se won so onya bi na ke so on de otimi bo no ho ban but in as much as nkofo bi enya bi akom krachi no dodo na so na enya apomden ananya sa dodo na eti yare we de yebetima kan se yen koswa na yemo ye ho ban yese hohoro nsa pacha hohoro nsa yese sanitize onsa yese oni obi kasa sebe man munte empo se nipa no max kra na distance kakra den embra muntem gitum sa yaka ho asem se ye kɔ adwabo ase ana ye wa sondem mu ana ye o market kra na yen hwɛ se ye ntem betimi atete yi na wona ye no hu di nkita hodie no entimi ben yen yenni so sabi ya ka chen se ka na otima anam se trotro ni padodo na womunti no yen hwe se obi a obefo trotro no bia no at least wo face mask aden wo de hye na no ana wo de kata na no yenni so na ye diso a abebo yan ma yade no yetima tia ma na kofa because na ehu o ba bi adri over 6,000 and still counting because I be the bia no nipa anya bi bro 700 na nana wo hwa hospitals ni nyina akra ayema say wo critical condition bi na say ye ma wo say do hospital even enye covid impon na edi kan a crucify one say de wako nti what say hospitals na some kind say oh bed ni wo because obi asuro say obeba attend it to you na eventually no be test go hu no na che den okwa positive nti e be sre so in as much as say ye train vaccine ni mama na ba because no my name my brother Dr. B Din Kono say who's the American president we are vaccinating on any other people but still I'm sure max no say I say more vaccine no still I saw them we share max because who betimi dia mo bia ono no den ye vaccinating no you know still I saw protect them against other people and the say yare no o yare ne suba no ana ne said what here no too bad because makwaje pan ye kra na ehun sunsan so be ba me so kra na o se me nko me san gida ho enti ye very careful na no am ka se me tu kwana na udu ba bia ye holiday o de o nte se dogo bi no be who one person say cross or share max reakata nim no group no bia bomb komo e won ti bia ba mo nom san mo ti choba mo didi ke say en shut down nyadia hankofo but then me hwe bru kra no almost about say 800 and something and how manya e bi susu den e ho atom nti akodu ba bi as say no ye ni ba bi potin bi a yare no e ho de e wo no aka say ho de me nko ho baby because yade a enam frama mu a enframa so obi antimi nsi ni kwan na ono no baby opabia den otimi ko nti mesre beyond parliament no obi a mo na homoden se sabe ye nuanama MTT difo a omo kwan so metika ma na mehwe omo woni driver ni ya o no atra ne ka mu na driver ni bi kwa na on share max ono de o share max o atra ka nu o de na eko ana yen kwano elso ho yen mo yen kwa ho ban na enipa ekum mo no mo te say yen a o no mo ne edi nkomo sere edi nkomo yae no mo no sere yen no yae no mo hye ntade sere hye ntade then so say yade yi de ne sabeto om kon no o mo ntimi anje o mo ho amfiri yade ne nsam You best stress me who yan kana. There be an penny force case. I am not catching. Mamma, my young man could do one son. Now, and then Matisse and Rano Bika say, much remain associations or whatever. Case. So then much air pally up on it. Baby, you can I guess on my mass barrier. I'm sure, sir, yen be before the and I gonna for say it. Yen, yeah, and I am fair. Now, you son say, we are going to create, and then we could fear them. I could cry ye. And caught to the stand, say, yeah, it will be this year, could see your baby. I brought with some form and some can. I mean, forever, no. You're dealing to me then, and free order. And Mamma, my young could do baby. I fed the hospital, no. Or when you're here, and ye, Sabi, the mortuary, I hold one, a wire ma, yeah, share, and ye, not fitting, or mine, no, I said, just a breach of being a boy. We, yeah, the Bama who crime and I could do something, pension. Yeah, I didn't say, you have a boy, she won't conscious one, and you bet you are no coin. Because meaning, sir, and you can't say a foot will be binum, say, one antenna, will be out antenna, we are so cracker. Now, which a dance baby, I had to say, enclosed area. Now, vitamin C, nibble yedding. Sabi, who told me now, about the between soon now, and you know, now, if you say, and near ma, that be a president can't was sing. Ye nearby your wall, my moon. Now, my mojan, and I say a home dinner day, and you know, 3. You can't tell me, don't near, do I nominate a honey on the money now. It is there for us. Now, and near my such a nina, and you free because. A bra you woman, a bread bonnet. Obey, no doubt. We ain't even customer be a woman, and just a woman. Yanni just a be a moon. Cause I never cross that. We am do show. Oko marketer, boy. More than Oka, a sem. Baby, I'll be beer. When himself Oko shall be, and Uncle shall be. And he, you must say, Sir, Messer Median so. Ghana Hana said, and summer and a bar, and answer you see. A fast tracking on a content temdo. We are the bonny back on a chance. Can I know more de rule? Oh, Fidiso. Can I know show Masbury a Hodwana, a Koso, and go for a mine so. And Tina, I'm a dear whom I'm about to or my man so. To know be a percent or didn't wedding a see. Say, I say, ye jaguma, as a young shadow come once a month. I'm a who's wedding, as I free in conform. Young can who say and qua a back nti di diagra enye yi nana pedase
enka hu se nkwan baako ya di diagra enye 0244844488 ho na adwenkyere no nam ene anopay. Good morning, Cardinal. COVID isn't malaria. We need to play we don't have to play games with it. What I know is when you take a test for COVID, your result is sent to you when ready. So how can you tell us the said MPs didn't know until they were told? True. I mean, how?
Yeah.
Government is doing its best and putting in all the necessary finances. Let us also do our part, including our MPs. Mame, another way, every okre. Ede ebaye mame nyewe mi ense biansa na mako lawyer so ene na metie na dwe Jadam says, second, now we still have crowded offices with air conditioning. Are we expecting Mr. President to bring policemen to enforce this directive? Some members of staff who are speaking against this behavior are being subjected to verbal abuse. Workplace infections on the increase. COVID-19 is real. Observe the safety protocols. Virtual learning can help reduce the spread of COVID-19 in our schools. In basic schools, one classroom takes about 40 people. Why not close down? Okay, all right. Kwaje in Atebubu message. Makaya. Virtual learning also kwaje enye bokosa o. Now please, from Kentampo to Boku self, it's no joke. There should be a drastic measure to address these issues. Okoto ewo ga odumase. Nana Yakese. Are you supposed to hear that some members of parliament are infected with coronavirus? If our parliamentarians can sit on their laps fighting and booting ballots, okay, I'm sure you wanted to say, are you surprised? Okay, sure. Fighting and booting ballot boxes in the name of choosing a speaker, What should surprise you again? Our Ghanaian attitude will not help us fight COVID-19. Tum Yaosankide in Taifa. Nana Okese, what your panel said about using NSS to plant trees? Okay, we haven't discussed that yet. The Cardinal Speaker should name and shame any MP who refuse to isolate. They are being a threat to public safety and society. Regards to Honorable Frank Anodompre, Erdankwa Enono. Oblingo Cosmetic Center, Akosombo, and also okay, all right. Nana Okese, good morning. A good job done. I applied for NBSSI, that is Enkoso program, since October 3rd, 2020, but not received a PESWA. Not alone, we are so many. Richard K. Kwansa Tema. Now, sa NBSSI asem mo se ede be ade a. Nyame ya do no de enkwa chen na dwada. Ye be din koma fa NBSSI. Sa musika no mo se sen pa, mo nka bibi ne ente ase o. Anyway. Nana, I was in Atonsu to Estresso. In a trotro from Atonsu to Estresso, the police on check removed the money from the license cover and later asked the driver, "Where is your license?" Ebusia penny Charles, Chrome a draft for some train. Hi, Nana Okese. The only way to stop carnage on our roads is for the police to enforce the safety regulations, period. The talking is too much. SB Japan, and or do we say bye? Teacher Kujo Tepa, it should not be one law for the masses, another for the MPs. The virus is deadly, and those who disobey the directive should be prosecuted. Regards to Dr. Alhaji Baumea, Vice President, Republic of Ghana. Good morning, the Cardinal. Please tell Chairman General that we truly miss him and his eloquent voice. We hope and pray he comes back quickly. Michael Ajimandria, Asante Mampong, and what do we buy? Nana Kwame Opasco and Sawem Cardinal, please. Speaker should warn these MPs who tested positive of COVID-19. Otherwise, he should go public, or he should tell us to go to their constituencies and spread the news there. Good morning, Nana Okese, my fellow United supporter. In fact, our road management system is very poor. Very, very poor. Edward Ejir, aka Captain Ewo Tadi, and what do we buy? Don Pino Imalam says, Cardinal, the president admonished all institutions to resort to shift system at their workplaces, but it will amaze you that many haven't complied. We are our own problems. Lord, have mercy on us. We Don Pino no the Ifri Malam, the buy. Medical catch him say, and then come my bono. If I cover the home, and a sign for Supreme Court. Lawyer, I mean, I know MPs no COVID in Sensemi.
No,
Lawyer,
COVID as a media, Obia can be. I saw a sunk a crime, can say. And I Obia Nipibia, I should dear down so Cassiapa and say, overcrown. Intian, and no sign in tea. Obia Obishano can be a so Nino, Fanny Pan will be. Now, ball by. Say MP no will be, say Unia Ban will be Unia Bemo, whatever. Ball by. That's the only thing a bit me aboyina. It's protocols no yen so. Unfortunate say MPs asem abase. But most of the time no nipa bebre na kwan so a omo bi a yenim. We should just yenina or say your boy who by. The MPs in there, I'm paying them a bomb. Much more dorsal. And now the kind of balancing is somewhere, and so a dorsal. Omoniomo constituency daily. There's some lobby for Nioma. Now, I will say, I'm paying a bomb. Yes, sir. Siciano, senior disease na yano. Yenina, yan share who ye. Near Fanny say. The power in it, a book will be as a say. Sir Charles will be, Sir Honorable will be minim, but say the Arno, Mashal mask, because minim DBC. It is I see in a it's in an hour, Kakrama canono, yan share who ye, you follow protocols no. Now, yan sure say, yare senya eba no sa na ko na ye nyina ho atoye this year ye nyina akwese ye nyina yo a very difficult situation mo ko bia ba sen ade bebre no ene restaurants here no say kasa ye bi an ye kasa ye didi ni ade say ni nyina ye say didi ayen kasa no akọ no tum na why sure say won ko tete won ko infect you bia eti e han sa yo COVID issue no dey very serious, very 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 serious ni pewu and people say what my lotto number say the 6086 aye COVID dey very very serious enti e hwe hu ye that no one make me aka
I see and one obetimi aka ni nyina efa COVID no tiabusuafo
na memfa kakra bi memfa ntiodo na dam COVID asem ya wa be mejizi de MPZ obviously MPC asem ba ohia Ghana for papa no do ohia won so because o ato aba amahen na ye da hona no na most American about 15 we talking of about 6,000 more than 6,000 Ghanaians are when you view na 15 as some American but the baby wa ma amount for worried yeah the expert there or the impression amount for nya there 15 na mpono wonya no wonyina wasan wada ba parliament the won kofie that is the impression created out there na ono wa ma Ghana for why worried but me we are sure Ghana for there hasn't been any situation like that and
so are you saying leadership of parliament lied to us? Are you saying the speaker lied to us?
They should come up. The speaker should come up to say the Osumesi and Anyipadam me catchen by Adechin or Sanabay. There hasn't been any say. Me say Ibia you work catching there in your COVID Adech or Basanwaba. Oh, but Nipano but irrespective of that, ma fan to go so be there. Parliament, as we sit now, say, by the COVID in close to Parliament. I mean, this country, I don't know where we'll be heading towards. And we need to also manage the way we also spread the COVID issue. As if there Jamoya Zibia inya oyemusu anya stigmatization so ye issue or the handle as it with carefulness. The inye bia man fair, let your friend know. Let your people know. The my test me a positive. Nti ma isolate mo ho. Nti e bia meeting or dem ba no muntu mo ba. Another me fie na pede ba na mamba. Let me enka onya nyimguase yarba. Onya yarba bia oye there we must be ashamed of. Oh. Nti Mr. Mama yen create impression bi mo yen ma nkofumpo onfo nsuma. Na mpimpo na waswa na Chinese mpo no on kampo na obi party bi. Ebi won po en Ghana so ze ye ka sra ye nua ye book appointment o. Oh mi twam wa ha na me se me fa ha na machiaw.
Appointment. Yeah.
Nti si ahwene ye na ye create ye mo ye huhu a people will refuse to tell friends, family members, and also benya a negative impact on us. Them finally on this Matt there also event organizers is also said restrictions are campaigning that to her on programs a year na wedding na other me just there although it clear campaign one ban wedding but what my restrictions there number obotumu waye and if you so reception because mostly no nana say echo program what them your program no honum because program mostly no be a mask but what call reception no work did no obia sabe want to first ban for mask no be you obviously be yato that is why a man funya yareba no dodo into ohono no here but see nyina yezimbra no do na bia a mask at the time ni nyina yezi within 2 weeks no or dey yabe nyina okọ 2 weeks or dey bibia akọ se bia is do pepepe e bia is protocols ni nyina do pepepe within 2 weeks or dey yaba no ofia no do Why the event organizers? I share their sentiment. I mean, we be a no ajenebusie bia or the any program. Na dem dwumezi nti ana yarbe nti or there or postponing. When your impact, negative impact wo na braboto. But or there ohun so there.
Say baby from fellow Ghanaians number 23. So fellow Ghanaians, until further notice, funerals, weddings, concerts, theatrical performances and parties are banned. Nti abane wedding.
Wedding no dodo no nana. Why na chapel dim? Sabahwa one ban na asor. Ebi wa kwesire wa kwa asor mpo no oye wedding. Nti min kade wa ban awara nankasa. But reception no ne party or that show party. The oye ne party no wa ban na nya wedding no. Nti say ebusiafo by 25 wa kweshim. We follow all the protocols. Na wo kan warsama menji na mampanyin ono na wo kan wasam no. Ono the wo tum wo shirado.
Na odi. Chas. Honorable no. Ade ba ko lawyer kai am pese nya de adwuma no se. Yehu se obi.
Ze nipa na wo ko shia na next.
Nipa na ko shia no.
Obi.
Se eba no sa. Wa nkasa kra no. Sa dwabo na ye bon. O nkwase.
Yeah.
Babia enipa ye choka no nkwase and so because when him say babia me kono obi also person obenya bibia obetra ohune den wase because hwe ade ba kwa medwu ho mentimi nte before ase e pa no say yes e fi ho enko wase ho na mfiba me dwu ho mentimi nte ase ade no wo ya ade owu beba ade yade beba wase o me fa kwan fufuru bi so.
And people are dying out of this.
Yes, not my year. Na me year. Me say. Hey, not me just say. Sabi, we team the bibia to chacha. Oh, team to chacha. Enkwa.
No. Na ade ba ko say. Yare no hu. Say e be asymptomatic. But se unya mild form impo a. Me say the minya am say a mild form. Na no kra no. Still no. So me tena kakra pe na bre. I'm not kidding you. After effects no. And yet, it is really terrible. Enti bon ho ban. It's very simple. Here one penny na ka just bon ho ban you. Ubehu.
Na mo ho adwen so there. Dom dodo na what can wo nkron kakra ba no mo titu de onyi ho ya ba bia anyi ho. Bibi dem bia anyi ho.
Aska for ya there.
Na obo to abanezi wanted or to wie na ho and so on. Me hu videos bia or to them. Me jizi de or the yet there or real. Na if you so ye koda they be educated and I'm so happy there or ye Peace FM specifically and opibia waka wasam nti mobo wana bado. I mean we'll try there one discussions obey bia no was the bishop and very important and Peace FM so ko ichi papa nti young kodo na yema education but may worry stigmatization about to preventing kofa wonka. I mean my brother yes is your campo nka minim ewa into there we need to really be careful as to where we go and but campaigns are indicated there even ebe ye kura na I wonder kind of funerals they you know no ban but can conform so but indicate to her then the number shouldn't be more than 25. Nti
na ye ti aye hu sese ne se kan na ye nim na ye mpanifo anyin a ye ti se wu no ba no na ekum kan no but this year akola with this 8 months etimi wu out of this yare 11 months baby konfanoche onya bi he said ye kra de mrantie 30 25 40 they are all dying out of this yade enti ma yantia se ekoba se bi you bibia ye ho bia ye betimi etim di aboye nkwa ho ban bia de me nye sure say yetimi didi nsesa ma ye na lawyer kan wo say ade bia wo wiase a obi antimi nyama wo ne say obo nkwa ho ban wa na say de obo nkwa ho ban even the state no ho state security and then on your nyina na wo decide so ba kopo na wakokotoma na police ni be na be di we chia call say me okoto me yiwa pie because won kwane de ekura won nsem onyankopon de yen kwa no ye pe e wo nyankopon chen but nkwane de ekura yen nsem we decide say we take care onyame stop o say me ba no na wo djuma bi ambesa me de wo ye na ofi abrosan so be hwefam nti no me mo bi di mattress abeto am obeda so onyame be hwe am wo that's the whole thing nti yen tia say obi a ye kohyia no obi a ye ne kasa obi a pese ye ne ton sadidi obi a pese ye ne kodi nkomo o yade ni bi nti se me kokora ne wa kwa kodi nkomo a bambo a ya hyehyɛ wato say ye di boy ho ban me bo me ho ban na say o yade na wo no wemfa bi yeden ama me ye me yen sa de a say lawyer kan no gidi se asi entukura na ibetimi aden abre na se amana kofom because yade onye obi anche ne biem because obi e born ho ban but we dey market ko yade go there and see I can say Accra ha bebia okwa said the now man for live on normal life no enua no mko so den e live as if nothing has happened bibia nko so until say yade no be chi obi onim no amaka say simasi ewu ana simasi da hospital no o say me can say is a John Yami for the currency or can say me chairman or say me more papa ni but why popular nti ulma na ne baba na the back can diabetes want some chair no so papa diabetes I friend diabetes e yawa etimi ema say croton ho a engu etimi twa wonan etimi twa wonsa etimi frɛ wani o say e dey baby o say papa e say etimi tuma ema be ma yam o say ani yare ne
yo kai ni adwanti ba corona na am de e ma ni yehu
yo kai na de se nani betime fura you betime twa ne nsa na nsa ne nan ni na de wanti but okache se o timi ma be ma so yemre no o say ani yare yehu I'm hearing crash say yes yare yechiwa etimi sama ansana meti but antes ade minim de
it was reported
etimi ma mema kra no
GMA president kan
sabi you o ma ho de den ekofom enti ho be hia yen se
yare oto no bobai pa
yen na no ye ja tumu se
omini obi
o wa se o se a chie so kra ne ho to no etimi yare na chimi kra na mso me de me ho beto na wonim yen na yen pe
obi a sentence so different
obi a dey different obia so kwan before so we free at as possibilities no in every world no there are casualties enti yare ba ngini pa nyina na de ombeden ebekọ but edie binim so eden ebekọ enti bo ho ban na ebia ma mefa wa nkọ because any party tiri ade omkọ no wo unsem onsum kra akasefo e wo sika wa sua ngoma na nanama hemfo mpanimfo adefo ne abrempon nyina kra den wo timi di omo den ekọ na sabe ya na makurasi ya ifie kurasi ya ya na sim futuro de o chi ya o jidade nchekwa na odwen akọ mesre se ye moye nkwa ho ban na oman a ne manfoni ahode no man so ntimi tumpon de enko nanim that's
men so me dance papa mame mo ba mienu pa bi so na fe mentie me mpani fo ya
na misa was before obekoye me abufra krobia we university na last 2 weeks na mo call constituency na mo koye no be around 11:30 na mishia no obe ya no ho bonensa na me say what is wrong with you anomensa also honorable what's a covid you know anomensa or preventing tea anopena o my economy application I say Jesus Christ and onyana also nyana nkote ne friend ni na and ayade anope bia wo kokonom and obi anonom nsada o
nom give you wrong sagina
sa den GM before be cassette ya am say the man go for start years I then so am tell say you use alcohol based sanitizer no so the thinking was that say alcohol na was sanitizer na ekokum aboa ne ade na menom preko
on until na mepede me je feel but I different cry nti ahwe ne yeso na yarban bokoro na manfo liver na kidney so asay onam na manfo sisi a world no na say and in so ama immune system no po akofo
honorable
nti I don't say careful na you to rant no
onyame asam ye no kore o say obonefo no ma je so bekum na wawia na wasay gade bia e bone bia ba e bekum nipa ɛsan sɛ adeɛ nti yɛti aseɛ saa nko adeɛ a biribi a yɛyɛ bia no yɛbɛdwe ho mmienu
I see. Bibi aye bi abadwene ho mienu chance owusu so e de no me kan we pede ama duka na afi yakọ Supreme Court de so Nana, please let the MP know that 6,000 Ghanaians active is 2.0%, whereas 15 MPs active constitutes 5.5%. So we should be worried about the MPs or say ho spintex.
Nana, you pa one panka me worried. Yeah, manka there me worried about 15. Since you had the MPB send a message, and I'm a lawyer there on here. I mean, Mamericana no say yes. You pa no or not to chamber. And when the announcement was made, and I was sending a message on Arampono we, and also answer no any message. Answer no who there. Hey, as this son me test possible. America on as a no. Nti ibia you are rational being but you there a positive no asa shana tired over parliament. There hasn't been any situation like that, please. Nti yan oye there we are nko engage MPs no there test no these are the results them go for 110 then you talk to them then they leave. Na bia nka hwenche bia nipa ni hu ese wa ka che when the way why test person was an about parliament. I mean, we don't disgrace ourselves like that. I mean, institution parliament na rankasa no onya aza o dey to no form o ye dem ya enyim nyam na no reko form no. The way we report our things no it's not the best. I mean, onya the best.
I see. Lawyer, when I hear lawyer ni, mo bro funa mo kan Supreme Court no, mo se de, enya mo de. Mo se enya de. Mo je kire mu kakra, mo se enya de. Is it you do hin?
Sir, your friend is saying, so be kaya. Last time I'm on court. Now, in fact, I'm with the two witnesses are not on my file on my witness statements. Sir John. Hey, Mr. Sorry, General Mosquito. Sir General Mosquito. Help me so synonymous say. General Mosquito. And a Dr. White. Inti omuriye no. Na a friend is saying petitioner lawyer.
Chaju.
Mr. Chachi Chikata indicated say or more your friend say. That was after the application now. You know. Another witness. Now I'm a witness say I use the BBC inti. Inti mo chambers, mo come chambers there anti. But the ete na you may say Mr. Rojo Metal Rojo Metal Nunu. Rojo Metal Nunu. Right?
Yeah, Rojo Metal Nunu.
I file another witness statement. Minim dia a respondents number can afa ho and pay. But me GD say and pay is going to be very interesting to watch because we share your friends saying evidence the door na o kind through ugly through your friends idea. Mr. Matonunu kind you know it doesn't seem to be anything different from what what the two previous witnesses have said. So that is the case. So Obesha case we na nkasa no. Your friend is saying almost base your on a number of assumptions, and the first assumption, no, although your friend is saying electoral commission, no, try to correct that, no. The first assumption is say the valid votes, no. 13,434 574
30 million.
30 million, sorry. 30 million, yes. Okay, although electoral commission in a later release, no, I mentioned said they inadvertently stated the total votes cast as a valid vote. So that's the first assumption. It's on the basis of that your friends saying, purported mistake now. They go on and say, okay, if you assign all of the Techiman South votes, no, at the kind of on the basis of Sadiana, nature say the election commission no can say president in more than 50% and you know correct, and that you be called runoff. Now we all him say you know yeti he say Teshiman South results no aba. Every political party knows it. And our face so as your friends saying calculations are General Mosquito here or court and so chair say total even on the basis of a friend is saying a December 9th declaration no total a friend saying valid votes no in Rusa 13,434,574 no. And that it's something much less. But then that is the assumption which forms the basis of the petition. You will see, sir, so far, no, what the petitioners now avoiding is say, omu put it up, omu figures, say, and I say. And that is a strategy I want to take here. And I think, sir, at this stage, no, I mean, maybe understanding of Rojo, ne witness statement, no, clear, I'm almost say, almost strategy, no, I'll say almost the same kakra. And I suspect, say, that is what is really happening. Because otherwise, I think, say, almost case no more Canadian, anka. General Mosquito ne Dr. White almost stated and no clearly. You know, the fact said your friend is saying the fact said woman your friend is saying Jim Mensa. The fact said Jim Mensa and the car said omun free honko say oman omu pe call you say you see it doesn't really take away from the basic facts of the election. And you will see, say, the other aspect of this case, the politics of it. And that is where I have a little problem. And the problem I have is that so far, Osha, the courts have acted very well. Very, very well, honestly. Court, and I know how judges know. I know how impatient they can be with us sometimes. But so far, I think they have exercised great restraint, in respect of the proceedings. My only takeaway, my only issues, the commentary that comes, lawyers will be running after the proceedings. Now, what can I say? Court, no. If Mr. Frank Davis, which I think say that was the proper course for the court to take. What can I say? After one of the applications, no, you have to former Attorney General Marita Brew, a friend saying media no say the court has been unfair, after dismissing the and that Mr. Chikta had made superior arguments. I mean, if it was anybody else, I wouldn't have commented, but because Attorney General Dano, I think say and that she ought to have conducted herself better. Nana, I don't know if there are any specific questions, but those are my general views on the friend saying ongoing electoral petition. I think, sir, Sisiano, but by and large, Ghana for the donor, the air cost. I don't think, sir, the impression ought to be created, sir, the court is leaning one way or the other. You hear, sir, and pay will be text, will be a year me who internet, no so. Or say, I think it was one Dr. Jumpo Dr. Jampo, I think. Ransford Jampo.
Ransford is now a professor. Say if I honor the
And I think he put this thing on the internet, Ransford Jampo. I don't know whether it's him, but the name here is Ransford Jampo. And it says when two people agree all the time, it means one is a liar. And then somebody, said, what about 7? Now, the impression being created said, because the court has been unanimous in all of its decisions, then it means that they're pretty predetermined in their minds. And that is very unfortunate. So it's very unfortunate for anybody to put that thing out there, because you will also see, say, right from the beginning of the case, a correspondence the respondents had both made the point very strongly, say, almost you dispose of idea on legal arguments. Almost say no case to answer. I know in the normal course of your litigation, I don't know. Oh, patch say, as some many people can say, can you boom cry now for you say no cry. And for so be any so. I don't know. Ordinarily, I'll say a court a determined answer or Kokrokoo could see assembly details. But court will say there I don't know, you're that kind of at the end of the case. Not just say purpose respondents in the call, say arguments in Crampono. The purpose has been defeated. In other words, the respondents did not get what they want. Ultimately.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's not put out there because I mean, for me, it was a very big blow. I mean, if your strategy is to throw out the case, because like I said, case, it has both the legal angle and then the political angle. And if your strategy is to throw out the case so that all of this story and whatever doesn't come out, then already you have been defeated in that in that effort. You've been defeated in that effort. And it's not a matter of the court being one-sided or agreeing all the time. Clearly, if you're a lawyer and you're looking at some of these things, there's a different way in which you see it. So if you are sitting back and just watching and then counting 1-0, 7-0, 3-0, and also so on, and also different effects. But on the whole, this court has been very decent and very lenient, and I think sometimes they have been overly lenient with some of their friends and some of the things that they have entertained. All in all, I said, come what come may, in a few days or so, you're about to the end of this petition. But any person that is watching has a fair idea. I think it has become almost uninteresting because anybody watching has a fairly good idea what the case is, and that now the courts do not deal in hypotheses. As for courts, they all hard facts. I do your friends, I do a lot of land cases, and then you can't go to court and say, as I see, and your child's dear. Ultimately, so as I say, your child's dear, why dear? You see, into courts not to win the can, as I see a dear, and a child's a better than as well. Now, a child's a court not as I see business, and you're on the dear. Court, my heading, because your courts, adversarial, and yet courts in the baby be some say assassin. How do I say? When I saw check courts and said, you can't adversarial, and they just say, Honorable Duka Edina Samaba. Charles and so Edina Samaba. Now, the Omasem this year, near her. Then you say, Honorable Duka Doba or say, assassin your Charles dear. Now, Duka, as I see your hind dear. Media men can, and so your friend saying Charles and Metchle, they buy your assassin. And yes, I need a course in Yajima. And yes, I need a course in Yajima, honestly, and yes, I need a course in Yajima. Cry. Maybe our civil system now, French system, any idea? Yeah, now almost judges, no, they have a duty to also investigate. Oh, by idea, no, on the belief, say, when you interrogate both sides of the story, you arrive at the truth, and that it is not the judge's duty to investigate the truth, but to interrogate the two sides, the two truths that have been told them. Now, and I think it's going to be interesting because I believe very strongly, say, respondents, no, maybe raise a lot of objections to witness statements now, Mr. Nunu attended.
Well, says a court no better say no. Omoye formalities no you ho chere any ade no wie no. Me hu say lawyer Akoto Ampa sorry gina na so keka nsem bia chachuchi kata so kasa kakra but says a court no sorry nim at the crop potty amokwa akọhwe any nim asem kra Akoto Ampa so e kan ntimi nim say yen sorry details no ebeba na ye what is really happening in the Supreme Court. Okay. Honorable Duka.
Nana.
Supreme Court asemi eto saying.
Oh Nana court asemi mejizi de ya kan wasama ya ka cho de ma warrior no. Sabi NDC for wa shada. No we waste na your time. We waste the Supreme Court in a time. I mean, we feel they must be charged for contempt.
Why?
Because NDC for
contempt saying.
We waste a court in a time.
Waste of time cannot constitute contempt.
Because if one ethics are
I'm a lawyer say.
Because if code of conduct of lawyers you can't waste the court's time.
That is why court review
are you part of your ethics? So
it is.
Yes, it Masabe can I mean it. Why do I charge what? Because why am I saying so?
Cost against them.
No, I want to cost so crowd
cost really possible, but
I'll go through professional watch sure they don't waste court's time. No waste what time no. I have contempt of court. Fair.
I know about my lawyer and as a client no.
When na one they are wasting our time, eh? Fair. Why am I saying so? A star witness, Akejina Adekim, on a more serious note. Anna, I say, Assembliara, what a star witness are, Chede, oh no, na, Ozi Dase, and will be so wasam. Oh, yeah, you are saying, Dunketia, will be so wasam. Na, Assemna will be sano. I said, Dunketia Kade, on your mini petitioner, no, into me yano, and I mean, now what's star witness na ye no, a yen. And a lawyer, what could it be a star witness? On no, that's a far, Ozimu, Anna.
Well, you know, you shouldn't need, well, star witness yet, phrase I use it here, but you shouldn't need star witness. The woman say, often, no, so your case, you put your best foot forward. And so your first witness that comes is the one who really states what your case is.
That's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yes,
it's the same thing, really.
And say, NDC Kokrokoo to know. No, also, we catch one supporters today. We win election. And now, we cheat one, and now we win one. And that is the impression. Then, a Kokrokoo as a star witness. I said, you can tell me so. I said, I was ambassador, be declare Mahama. Nankade Mahama will win. Emma wabo even video watch there akade Mahama will win. I say hey them na video no na me patch. Na one what kind de Mahama we am count. Na me kade Mahama will win. That is what I said Dunketia was telling everybody in Ghana. Supporters a wo Mahamo wo benso once when him there watching will be declare Mahama Mampeyin because I said Dunketia nanon crofo was say Mahama na will win. Akejina quarter and that house supporters there. I mean menka de amemubo amenka de Mahama will win. I mean make de a woman na yemo a legally yamna mo de obini integrity ntina a ben so ni go for what makejina court. Why a waste of time. Secondly, yewura Pesa White okojina adaka ni mu no ose na owo strong room ho ena oye ye maame oye yisi penyin oka eche ne de onko na onye mampenyin dada o mahama nkosusu nsamo 1 eba asam na no wo kwakosusu ho 2 training na NDC fo wonyan agent no wonyan a onaro ka ho erika gina mampenyin mahama na name was strong room ho no ana waka jiro de eko nas was small de kototo gbebra na epoi na wo so kototo gbe aba
so na wache
ana de koto wache na jemakroni na efidem ho na ekoto wache aba. Such an insult. I mean, what kind of a waste of time, you know? Sometimes they must be charged because there essay was small they call Mahama ho mampeyin Mahama na enyin kususu asa wontimo kwai. At a point essay there I was asked, the next point as I was instructed, I mean, in what form? There, ekejina enyimde yisi strong room. Amarampo, a member of parliament. I had my people agent at the strong room at the constituency level, and there wouldn't be any way I yisi officer bekacha meme agent. There onko ana omna no nyambo susu ho asem ho a obefi ho. And one thing no dey note in there, agent no waka the two or ye two at a time. It doesn't mean there say lawyer sorry no ye agent na Charles no ye agent they remain as such. No, say even if Charles is going and now akampa, there must be nkrofa wo begina one name on your fence. Even at the polling station, you know, or say even an agent at a time for you grandpa or chede say we agent na no kwa no se bibi mpo ina nature's call bi no rokwa obotuma replacing enti ana orukọ na okwhia mampeyin da do mahama no wana do replacing one anadam training no wanya bi
on declare election
training no wanya bi ane there you must have 2 agents at a time at all times or then you 2 agents and who replace them even if they were indeed asked to go out, who replace them ono so ya da ohawadwen na etasa onye ye etasa onye ye and ntina me say there in fact why disappoint one supporters why how was supporters papa and onyam one wa there Kokrokoo and you do why disappointed because you true NDC na such a person I catch and there a win na kona echo court without any evidence the man kade President Mahama win nemo mekade maybe about the integrity of the EC. And as a closer lawyer, I will ask you to explain. There, we have nothing but the bench and Supreme Court, of course, and it's the only Supreme Court we have. Now, is it that responsible for a lawyer to stand before this august bench to say that you are harassing me? I mean, are you in a way not bringing the integrity of the bench to kind of disrepute? I got worried though. I got alarmed. There, a lawyer of such good standing. I mean, entumfa mintum tsefidu fa chachunenu ntuchu form. But odu baby I am pay for kada adibo ho fade. Adibo hu da we fade and we fade. Atanu hu da ashase no ayatra papa. But chibo ne wi ashuda na fade we fade. Ne hu da adibo ho fade and we fade. I don't think there with the pedigree of Chachu will stand in front of this august bench to say that why are you harassing my client? I mean, we don't do that. Respectfully, with all humility, I got really alarmed. I said, hey, where are we heading towards as a nation? Me jizi de lawyer, me jizi de mazi or nyaza or ye yes so as a country. I don't think it's fair to do that. Na another use so ono so na me pede nso metase de yewra akoto ampaw obisa yewra basa white de enyimpa de you cannot be instructed by the EC to go out. No way, the kind of were instructed. No, us enyimpa de you cannot be instructed by the EC to go out. No, I yes. Abai, you want fatter over charge one. Essay, he instructed me. He asked me to who be so there. Hey, sure. Why you igina adakim? Enyimpa de you cannot be instructed to go out. I say yes. It is on tape. It is recorded. Me share that recorded section. No. I wanna say I am come kede sanfom na kofi. Count sanfom na kofi. Kuso anche na keda. What kind of
so the woman say o kokota na okoka bibisa say enye se wa okan ya na che court na fa na sa keke often no enye o conclusions I draw na say o cashier court no so ebia Charles can say me meeting I can say Charles am instructions meeting I can say why suggestion am me enti enye term am me be describe it asem na waka no e na court no be fa so far to be honest with you in his evidence the form in which the EC either instructed or suggested or asked, which is the fact that ought to be stated in court for the judges to make their conclusion.
A lawyer, but I say, there are cases here, and me who there were inside Ghanaians.
It's the politics of it.
Against the bench. It's very only advice I pay me
that's unfortunate.
Because
that's unfortunate.
Chachu, you have no profession apart from the law that you practice. And Oyaza Warankasano they protect. And protecting the image of the bench is very important and key for him going forward. And I think Oyede because he is respected because of his profession. Other lawyers are and even in Ghana, we must respect what you're practicing.
Absolutely, I agree.
And you are called a lawyer because of that profession. And then to mkade asamno chinchina, I will incite people against your profession. We must be serious at a point. If you don't have a case, you don't have a case. If you have a case, on your brofotenten. Law on your brofotenten. I mean, I'm an LLB graduate at least. This year I may LPCU. Until on charitable masuma bokala ni.
Congratulations.
Ewa. It's something I dey yina yeshen so. Lawyer. Now you protect me. I respect lawyers so much, and it's out of that my commitment to such a thing. I respect them so much. You see, when they beat baby or denigrate the spirit and content of the whole professional, I get worried. So. And see, more supporters who there, wow, we need evidence biara. One sans who uncle there was what called for win about or called integrity. Who been integrity the court. Now, so far so good. I mean, Ghana out there, worldwide, people are beginning and continuing. Let me say, not even beginning, continuing to respect us because we are deepening our democracy. Now, on na mepede next time na yehwe. The ohia de able to see chrome here demonstrations here and there. The most important thing ni the bibiare mono yama embra on YouTube. It is important. Na mi we kra no. Never be record on Facebook or the yehwe na munjina yeduntu me constituency for na Ghana for amanfo use to MPs ones in ministers ones in there be also a special assistant be on part no now we fake the naranye MP no. And I get these calls all the time. There it be to Facebook do who use to missing or say or we or fan for immigration or fan for police or fan for fire service. Even when it be a kutia 200 Ghana or see pakunaji 200 Ghana as ame. Na MP merubwa ebi mampo wako police na meju 200 Ghana sis meziaden. You know, I can't sometimes understand people. The etua obiti Facebook do. No way to you if you are from number. I say, then why are you calling me? Echo to you on Facebook. I be from na me that. In semester one, my Facebook one I don't go there. 2. Say ebobo bia amemre kuduka menye Facebook na metena. Na makade morobua nkrofo. No, maba constituency. If you have anything, if you have any challenge, ishiama enyimeka. Yankopon adom ebahwe kwana ebafado a yebobua. Nti ma me bia retain if in bibi dem report wo police station. Na nipakro na oye odabo no wanche no. Opo on chopa. Nti nana si ewi ndama am de court is moye me don ye de NDC abredo no wa yembra kama de bibi dem na onyi de obor how many days? 48 days.
42 days.
I'm po mezibiri kan 42 days. Nti minim de Supreme Court in their own wisdom no so no will make sure that them 42 days no oyambra no wombum bra no do na wahwema 42 days no minim de strategically no yenu anoma wonyi case o man was a cat for abeshim also my kwan me yi nti obubuti won pe abense wobu atia here asem na so ze kono nyim de asem no sebe ehu hia nso wa hyeda na 42 days na na wopede yetra
ebia wo wadwene mu na hu hia but ono na ordinary de ko in o case pa
anon mom no o case se dem pa da na no o case na so o case pa hey at we wona ze ko na o case wazo hu de o case nana nti nana amezi menyi hwe ka bio menyim de at the right time no Ghanaians the law of this land will speak na ebi mpa sabe onyim mbra bia no hu de aba last week na NDC bi no onyimizi nkomo no so honorable na ye bana ye begitum no na ye gitum na ye ba magana na mse daben na obegitum no also court obobua amahen na mse okay court obobua amahon infina wa asrewa also honorable why you papa ni damza nke yem metne fie nwene yan wan am so nyame be kire nti na oyem do the supporters na we hu de won payful wadada hwan we hu de wadada hwan and oye de was it one in zama to ho na mama Ghana for area empo one na yenya regime for no umbra na they should go and reorganize themselves and come back.
You know, the other day, let me catch Obi say, I mean, yeah, sometimes no, also during the election period, no, your mass supporters no attention, no, the excitement no go too high. And after the elections, no, managing that tension, no, it's not easy. And I think, say, maybe this is one way that, you know, that excitement and tension is managed, so that by the time we get to the process, you know, it is pretty clear in everybody. Sorry, you make up for too much. So by the time we go through process, no, area, you know, now ubia adrimu no, ubia who say, oh, adiana crampo no, you know, say you can't crunch. Well, you can't crunch supporters no, but yes, na court na yes, adiana crano, yeah, Connie some review. International say, ebia in deepening our democracy no, ebi so well, it's unfortunate say court na the victim of these kinds of things, but it being so generally no it help aboa ema tension in it in our buffer, so that we are we look forward to the next one.
I see.
Yeah.
Chelsea, Mamintio.
Me free a lawyer free. I need you something to say. As I'm here, cost we and cost of Kokrokoo, but it's an open court. Na nyame ada romance so no ye nyina no de de ni hwe ehwe de de na so etie so de etie efiri mfidi ahodo so ti officer John kan o se we ye ni yade we enye yafunyade na penifo se ye jewo o se mi ni bi odam susu a o se misro na konkonsa ni ana se konkonsa buru se wudua efifiri wo na ho na brachere also no contact them 2012 2013 and then 2020 and 2021 petition and so you because 2013 petition at the time not say 11,000 polling station and no fee say over voting any voting without verification any a whole sort of nyama nyina den e see actually figure in the taxi free votes no. Na say yi that figure no free mu dia omo dwen mu no omo hu say omo then petitioner no the winner of the elections or say nyama ankosa akrampo ni say ye rerun of the election within that polling stations now omo hwehwe ne sa nti but you know the asem omo de call yi ono on kan say sabi ha na BBC you ne dia na say obi anye na adwuma yiye okay nyina so a odi hu so obi anya na adwuma yiye ne eye figures na chese obi anya na adwuma yiye anya atro figure be na sabi o wonya ya o se minim figure be na suma susu nya ya o se minim na ne o head on because asoma de ba ya ne de nko ade a menyi ni se ho na ye ka no na ade ba ko me ho adwiri me ne pa ne se making can graphic ne de ora rojo metino no akan am ngwa pa o e wi ase mumma yan ka no kore kakra nana you see untimi mfa no kore nsie ntina broni ka say lies always get exposed mintin say no kore ka say no kore afi na ya pa no kore ho den ahon tumada but atro bum ne den ya pa ho tuma ora rojo metino no me wo ani die man pa because in 2012 one ora Tony Edu na I'm representing NDC or Electoral Commission strong room I me nwa any asema all kan
Aden
nana so obi catch na omo say omo pie nko ona omo ko hu ora mahama just asema me tiase because see Electoral Commission strong room ya kan nyina na 10 fax machines there all that man na fancy yenko 16 regions no na 10 regions and there are 10 fax machines 10 fax machines now no and then a regional collated resource no enemuba nti wo ho abati say bia Ashanti region what do you call it bia Bantama constituency na net first na any regional centers na almost no say you can figure say bo ano but na e ba ni na ba national nti wo ho bia say oh Bantama constituency Bantama na ba yidi kandi eye photocopies e share ma all the political party reps e wo ho na uhwem wie a na obi wo concern na wo raise obi ni concern so no must send the another sheet aba and here for signing and the obi a o sign or pass on to the other no obi so sign na ora radio in 2012 oda konyam na otwa pictures bra 2012 na otwa pictures within the strong group only former PNC general PNC chairman of Defense Bernard Munano. It was like a fanfare. Who had the normal year or now good day now share or Tony to be Pia or Pia Kujina corridor no ba or no crowd him who saw sorry carbonting. Now I dare a woman say even baby strong woman one any baby easy chair no one different. On all the appendix signatures we are not yet the sheet na command. The next time I'll be around or TV so because TV will be able to say I have a certified resource. And Mra or say that time MP before baby home some sign by some sign NC Electoral Commission for no kind say be go ahead by announcing the results. Enti I am in mama say well you be a call Electoral Commission from grad and I say obi misleading or he was misled say uncle who candidate in fam emra come jedi but why sabi emfutu no to Ghana for ni say wo obi a watena ho ama in 2012 wo na wugina mu ehwe ma owura mahama ewi ni ye no that time the yankan chose ko hu obi a but this time no a wonni ma dwuma no say sitie no ye ka kire mu say mu nipa mienu nyina akora no mum free onko na de na esi owura mahama kwan say omba frɛ na ka say omra Electoral Commission premises o abro ha na bitin kwan so ntim o manema ho o baba nti me hu no say de atie no hu many lawyer name me honorable Yaya Adwin say expectation na omo expect no me maka kire NDC for say they lost in dignity omo ninchu angu mo honi masesa and in any contest no there will be a one winner this time no and kwa mom say echo na ade ba ko a ne say my dream na ya come I say okay oh na na dan kwaku for the call stars e wo soro but stars be why different and e obi asoro dwuma den e beye enti the dikan we hear na dan kwaku for the final fast or court no never e baby am catch there sabe I want cheater for so ma wini aba no omu can say omu fi say enwiemu eden akoso but mo de mo starting on the premises say sabe mo di nkunim nti muti han mu nkotena so mu na mo fi mo efie mu kotra mountain so de be sinya siwie ye afa de wo kokota akwaye bibia bwache bidi me gidi say o mo di o party hwamo mpanimfo a edi court na nim call na edi party hwamo because ye nyina no ye nya lawyers mu die ba ye de ani hwe na ye de asom ti no ye hu ba bi asam ne den eko na I rahu some say lawyer kan no e be wie chi no ye de huntanse be wo court no so yanka because already court no be start na me say lawyer bi abetra mfidie bi so kase e biased panel na sabi e wo ho no na adantina 2013 no Chief Justice na mametra so bi na we di abetra so bi na wo hwe justices no background ya yi na asif say jamko ka party mra nya mra na mko kan ho sabi peja afra adinsi a kire oman no ene mrapon no omde den omde ye adwuma no enti se si ai se enti competitions ni wo case ba judges it wo betima ka se o asema omde aba enam se ye fi se ye do amanyukuo simesi na bentinti no mo foma asem kwa na ana lawyer kan ai uti se omaguni emama mo pa nsam ni bi wo kra na nkai ba bi a se owura atoguban penso a be so saka case nko atwatwen kra I'm sure
did that
I'm sure se ko atwatwen kra o nya sa abotre no because me said they was addressing for courtroom any said ye na near sia brain ho na akomasi ni so na wo hu de onya ne ho no me dey sure say eno so na inform sabe emranim for no ma hye emra say ye share the period that they call ye almost about 8 months na eniema nyina sabe na ye stand still ye hu ba bia ye call na hu de ba na tension ba kro no so wo case in Kwandia within 42 days no as yetimi dina ye hwe na o man den a move economy and me did say NDC were not prepared. They were not prepared because of niam on normal kenti no as so ye bibi ma omo supporters ni o man ni hu say ampa na de omo kan na nyina so bi den ewom but looking at the air course of court in say they were not fully prepared say and some person challenge the results of the 2020 elections and more so no Electoral Commission ya single out ye seen aboso yi the same Electoral Commission honorable conducting more parliamentary elections we one hwe say ho de yen shada be yo wi ni bia de
137 no way
okay ho de yen shada nka ho asem ho de ya asam papa
on the ECI de
137 de ho de Electoral Commission for ya de on fi say bi kura de e be ka ho nti so now they are challenging the Techiman South results in court
na takwa
na
on 17 so
so challenge so say, young my actual funny at year 4. Your door, your manuku near you. Pembe, no. Mama, you're careful. Na any summer and penny for them, a catcher again. Because I always a woman say, Oben hum penny for Sabi, some dear foot true, the Cassachere, and Mebuno, woman and all inciting for say, Monqua bon so because, or yet so, and Brahma who can say, yeah. We were not in the field, did he? Ama and Namsadi so. Ama ebinuma fa monko ofa ho eden ahwere monko because we hwete chiman south ni pay wu ya anopa da bia me ka me mo busia for yakọ me techimani me yabroni for bron east nti na nya de papa emfa mayen se yechi se ye beto aba na e adwenkyere na afedi etu na eden e kokasa ni nyina ye nipa edi omachi se abribia no aye pese me nkuminya enye pese o manya nti no se mi manya de a ene o mane bokra sabi o me penisa me nyini se ye no sa so a ebeyi nana ya chechire oman ni ya chechire amanyuku me da se
ya chechire man ya chechire amanyuku Charles Ousu ena okase lawyer anope da se o se o do nim de be boy
no me da se papa
yo lawyer Kokrokoo Osaya Sare a private legal practitioner Honorable George Mrekuduka MP Takwansuayim Charles Ousu head of monitoring Forestry Commission omo ena no pe Trees are honey at the Musia. Major Madame team as a Dr. Father Dixon Kennedy Asante or say also for Asante Stephen Balfour Michael Ejaria Rafa Isaac Odro Peter Square Pretty Joy Nana Yakonedu Mami Biama Kwafo Akosia Go Abowaje Odi Ahenkai Kwame Yeboa na poso hima adwa yebu eje madam nyina say e frame na na okese ubetimi aframe the cardinal some term ma chairman general kwa me sefa kan me sorry Kofi Kumbelse na mo tra ko pimisa premo beto kasi e bono beba kasi e bono chi nyum betwa gu enyum na chi nkai bono beba nkai bono chi empum te say some are really gonna love you. The radio sum dwe jamu nyina. Bia hwe no nso yie na otwe awie yem no ankwankoto amanie bia. Makram.